Today we are going to talk about this thing. This is the Pichi X2. So this is an interesting little multi-tool. This was a Kickstarter project. The reason that I liked this tool and that I bought it was because of this cool looking jaw multi-wrench thing here. So let's take a closer look at the tool. I will give you a rundown of the features and the good and the bad, depending on which Kickstarter package you paid for. This one came with some extra scalpel blades. It also came with a leather stocking so that you can hang your tool from the mantle at Christmas. No, I'm just joking. This is a little sheath for the tool. This is actually quite nice. Has a magnet closure there. The tool just slips into it. It's not going to fall out or anything like that. Now, I've only had this thing for about a week, and I've been using it as much as I could. I stuck it in my pocket, carrying it around, trying to turn as many nuts and bolts with it as I can, pry some things, so that I could give the best review and thoughts possible. So first, let's go over the tools. Obviously, the main attraction here is this wrench. This is a self-adjusting, sort of a universal wrench. Down here, we have a scalpel blade. This takes a number 11 scalpel blade. The pry bar end there, you can see it's got some interesting geometry to it. And a bottle opener, of course, because what tool doesn't have a bottle opener? And right here is a 1/4 inch drive with a little magnet to hold bits in there. On the other side, we've got a pocket clip. And that's about it. There's a little hole up here for a lanyard, I guess. That's a weird spot, but all right. So that's the tools. That's what we've got on here. So this is made of titanium. It weighs 44 grams, so it is very lightweight, pretty sturdy, and it is very well made. Everything fits together very nicely. Very clean edges, very slick looking. All except, we'll get to this. So my thoughts. This little wrench was the thing that interested me the most with this tool. And it is pretty cool. It works on a lot of sizes of nuts and bolts. It works best on larger nuts and bolts. It has a lot of trouble with small things in that 1/4 inch, 5/16 range. This pry bar is at an angle here. It's at an angle so that the scalpel blade can come out, but that means you lose a whole lot of your prying power. Because it's at an angle, when you're prying something, it tends to just twist more than prying straight, so you lose a lot of the power that you would have. Now, the scalpel blade, to be honest, I'm not a fan of scalpel blades on tools or replaceable blades in general. It's not as useful as any other type of blade. I don't really like replaceable blades. They seem kind of wasteful, and then you have to figure out a way to dispose of them. Generally, something like this I would be using for opening boxes, something like that. I'm not really using it for cutting. The edges of this are plenty sharp enough to stab through the tape on a cardboard box, rip open paper, letters, envelopes, packages. Next, the little 1/4 inch drive here. When I got it, a 1/4 inch bit did not fit in there. And the company sent out an email, and everybody who got these tools, the 1/4 inch bits did not fit. That was a manufacturing and quality control issue. So they are sending everyone who got one of these tools a replacement tool, but they have to remanufacture them all. So I used a Dremel and some little diamond burrs, and I just made 1/4-inch bits fit in mine. They're a little snug because probably could have made that a little bigger, but that's how a 1/4-inch bit will fit in there. I was worried that shorter bits like this wouldn't work very well, but they do work. I was worried that the crowbar would hit things before you could really turn the screws, but it's not a huge deal. It does work fine. And last, the pocket clip. So the pocket clip is right there in the middle of the tool. And that means that when this is clipped in your pocket, that half of the tool, the heavier half of the tool, is sticking out of your pocket. Not just the heavier half, but the half with the wrench that opens and closes and can grab onto things is sticking out of your pocket. This is how I've been carrying it, just sticking it in a pocket or in my fanny pack or my bag, something like that. And because I most often encounter Phillips screws, I've been putting a bit in here as well, and it stays in there too. You guys, leave me your thoughts in the comments. Tell me if you have one of these tools, if you love it, if you hate it. Am I the only one who doesn't like disposable blades, especially disposable scalpel blades on a tool, and thinks they're just silly? Let me know. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you all, and I will see you next time. Titanium Canadian. It's a tool from Canada made from titanium. I am a titanium Canadian.